Mat Nashed, a political analyst who joins us now live from Beirut. Matt, given where you are, and thank you once again for joining us here on the News Hour, just relay what kind of concern that you and other people are feeling in Lebanon that it may well get drawn into this conflict.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a gradual escalation on the border that's shared between Israel and Lebanon, between Hezbollah, which is the Shiite militant group that's backed by Iran here, and by the Israeli army. Just a couple of days ago, a Reuters journalist, Amir-abdollahian, a friend of friends of mine here in Beirut, he was killed in shelling that was hit a group of journalists that were clearly identified as press. And at the same time, Israeli media has said that there has been casualties also on their side as well. And so as a result of this, everybody is just waiting to see about what could be the possible either a trigger for these parties to decide to clash even further, or B, what could be essentially the red line, and particularly for Hezbollah and for Iran as Israel continues to commit egregious crimes in Gaza.
Well, yeah, Iran's foreign minister has warned that the possibility of war between Israel and Hamas spreading elsewhere is, in his words, approaching the unavoidable stage. I mean, how quickly do you think international partners in the region need to step in and try to negotiate some sort of solution to this?
I mean, all indications right now are that there is, cheerleading from a number of Western states for Israel's ongoing offensive and siege and plans for Gaza, a number of which very well may amount to war crimes. However, there's also shuttle diplomacy happening on the other side. So behind the scenes, there's a number of diplomats that are reportedly now understanding just the risks that this offensive with Israel and these atrocities in Gaza could lead into a wider war that could really upend Lebanon, that could be traced to Syria, that could flare up in Iraq and ultimately draw on the US and potentially Iran. So the stakes are incredibly high, and people do feel that this time is different. And I think right now, while there is a number of efforts behind the scenes, I think there needs to also be posturing publicly as well for Israel to realize that it does not have just the green light publicly to do what it thinks it can do, and disregard all international laws and norms in Gaza. And I think in this particular context and case, by signaling those limits publicly while also conducting the appropriate back channel talks, then this might be able to scale back or prevent Israel from violating a red line that a number of other countries and players and non-state actors have, in the region. And that's important because nobody wants to see a wider regional war escalate. Neither here in Lebanon, neither probably in Iran, and I'd imagine neither do the Americans or Israelis really want to see that either. So it's in everybody's interest for that to happen.
Yeah, and for it to happen as quickly as possible. Matt, we thank you, as always, for coming on the programme.